What do we predict for 2018's season and thereafter?
We've been selling 18 for the last 5 years, so it's really interesting. And as we continue to kind of position convention business in the Atlantic City Convention Center, and a little bit into Boardwalk Hall, and of course the hotel properties, the casinos are all going after the group market. 2018 is going to be a very good year for us. And I will tell you what our early returns are, and I'm going to even kind of jump a little bit. 2019 is looking very, very strong for us. So right now, one of the things that we measure through a trends analysis and projections report is to take a look at our growth and what's happening in terms of pace. So we are at about 105% of pace from where we were a year ago. So we've seen growth. And next year, we're at 122% of pace. So we know what's happening and trending right now is that we're seeing great demand, and we're having excellent conversion. Our conversion rates for this year are at 35%. Our competition's at about 27%. So that means we're booking 1 out of every 3 conventions booking definite. Our competition is 1 out of almost every 4. So 18 is looking very, very good for us right now.
2018 already is off to a great start. Also, I head up the meetings, conventions, trade shows, banquets, and we're definitely sitting in a good spot right now. We're up year over year. We're up over budget. Summer months is more transient, it's more tourism, and then in the fall it takes off again. And whereas we're very proud of the repeat business that we do, because that's a true testament of did they have a good experience, are they rebooking. Jess is excited about the new business that's coming online. Some really strong pieces of group business that are booked for the fall that have not been with us in the past. But the corporate market really seems to be growing. So we're really happy about that.
The challenge here is the weekends behave. We get compression from Atlantic City, and as I said, the weddings are strong. But midweek, especially on the transient side, a property like ours struggles. The golf is a big draw, but that's where our work is in the summer, is really filling in the midweek. We're fortunate. We've got a lot of repeat group business. A lot of companies have been with Seaview for 25 and more years. So we have a nice advantage there. But so, as both Jims alluded to, group is important to us, especially because of how much midweek contribution they bring.
Last year, we conducted a visitor profile study in the Long Beach Island region, the LBI Barrier Island, and the mainland as well, in Southern Ocean County for the Southern Ocean County Chamber. There's a question that's on every visitor profile study: where did you stay when you were in town, if you stayed overnight? And we modified that question, whereas we normally ask a question, particularly along the Jersey Shore: did you stay in a rental apartment or condominium or home? This time we differentiated between one that was rented through a traditional real estate agent, which has been the norm in New Jersey for decades or longer, and differentiating between that and those that rented it through a shared economy service like VRBO or HomeAway or Airbnb or something of that nature. We were really surprised at the results. On the island itself and on the Long Beach Island communities on the Barrier Island there, it was, I want to say, about 23% of the total market had rented through, a second home, condo, apartment. That was broken down into, I think it was 14% through a traditional real estate agent, but it was 9% through this VRBO, the Vacation Rental by Owner. And that was fairly significant. I suppose, that's just a snapshot. We don't know, is this detracting from the real estate listings or just adding to it? Certainly the idea that you could have more total visitors on a given day given the increase in supply is a very real thing, and there's a lot of the tourism sector that's going to benefit from having more individuals. But there remains the question of the occupancy tax that helps to fund some of the stuff that Diane and Jim and others do in terms of attracting visitors to the state. What's going on there? Airbnb, I understand, has recently come to agreement with at least Jersey City in the north, possibly Newark as well, to start contributing to that occupancy tax. So it'd be real interesting to see where this goes.